These are the best stretches to alleviate knee pain and help you to feel better. My name is Dr. Jared, and normal knee range of motion is 0 degrees of extension, or your leg can go all the way straight, to about 135 degrees of flexion or bend. If your knee is tight or stiff, and you can't get it all the way to that degree of bend, or your leg doesn't straighten out all the way, then working on range of motion in your knee is going to be a great place to start. And certainly you get that in this video. However, it's crucial that I mention that knee pain is often the symptom of a different problem. And tightness in your hips or tightness in your ankles can affect the way that you move in such a way that it transmits pain into your knee. So the most effective stretches for knee pain are also going to address tightness in your hips and in your ankles. And of course, you get both of those in this video. They're coming at you right now. The first stretch that we're going to start with is one that not many people are aware of. We're going to stretch your kneecap, or said another way, we're going to mobilize your patella. That patella needs to be mobile in order for full motion to occur. It's also important to mobilize it in cases of patellofemoral pain, or pain that happens right underneath your kneecap. This is how we do it. And so you're going to sit with your leg extended. Your quad needs to be nice and relaxed in order for this to be effective. You're going to find the inside border of your kneecap, and you're going to push it to the outside as far as you comfortably can. Hold that for about 10 seconds. Now we're going to find the outside border of the kneecap, push it to the inside, hold that for 10 seconds, find the bottom border of the kneecap and pull it up for a 10-second hold, and then find the top of your kneecap and push it down for a 10-second hold. And again, what you'll maybe find is that it's a little tight or it's a little stiff in one or more of those directions. That's the area that we need to focus. That's the area that we need to stretch and mobilize that kneecap. And I would go through that, about 3 times. So in and out, up and down, about 3 times through. Next, let's move into some extension stretches for your leg, or working on getting your leg, your knee, all the way straight. The 2 stretches that I like for that are going to be a supine stretch and a seated stretch. For both of these, you're going to need something to stretch with. So a belt or a towel or a sheet. Dog leashes work really well. I have a stretch out strap right here. It's nice, it's got handles on it. But all we're going to do is loop that around your foot and then go ahead and lie down on your back. From this position, I want you to straighten your knee out as much as you can. And so even for a lot of you, that might be a good stretch in and of itself right there. But what you can do to take it a step further is, again, lie down comfortably, and then I'm going to use my hands to pull that leg up towards my head, up towards the wall behind me, just as far as I can comfortably until I get a good stretch right here in that hamstring muscle. And again, the straighter you make your knee, the more you're gonna feel that right here, right behind your knee. And I would recommend that you hold that for about a 20-second hold in a comfortable position and repeat that 3 times. The other extension stretch that I like, and this one's probably my personal favorite, would be a seated hamstring stretch. And so you're gonna sit down like this on the edge of your bed, edge of your kitchen table, edge of your counter. I just want somewhere where this leg can be down on the ground. And what you'll find that does is it keeps your pelvis in more of this anteriorly rotated position, keeps your pelvis in a better position to stretch your hamstrings. Grab your strap again, and this time we're going to loop it just right here around the toe. Sit up with really good posture, and then pull that foot towards you. And oh man, what you'll feel there is a stretch in your calf, in the back of your knee, and up here into your hamstring. To take this even a step further, what you can do is lean forward at your hips. Note, I'm not rounding at my back. My back is still nice and straight as I lean my chest towards my toes. And once you do that, that'll really enhance that stretch up there in your hamstrings. You're gonna hold that for 20 seconds and repeat that 3 times. Those are the stretches that I like to get your legs straight. Now, if your knee is tight with bending, these are the flexion stretches that I would recommend that you try. Go ahead and lie down on your back, and the first thing that I want you to do is just try to pull your knee up towards your chest. And you'll see that if I grab my hands and hook them behind my hamstring right here, gravity is going to push down on my knee to introduce more flexion. And if that's where your pain and motion, if that's all your pain and motion allow you to do, that's a great place to start. For most of you, if you need more, what we can do is with my hands, I'm now going to grab right here around my shin, and then then actively pull that knee up and into my chest. And you can see what that does is I'm just trying to create more of a bend here in my knee. I would take that to a comfortable position, hold it for 20 seconds, and then repeat that one 3 times. Once you get to where that is more comfortable, I like to take it a step further by actually doing a side-lying knee flexion stretch. So now I'm going to lie down on my left side. Let's say that I'm going to stretch my right leg out. So you're going to lie down on the opposite side of your pain. And so now with my hand, what I want to do is grab right here at my ankle, and I can pull that heel kind of up towards my backside. That's a pretty good stretch right there. But what I want you to try is pull this knee down so it's underneath you like this. And once you get it down underneath you like this, if you pull that heel into your backside, you're gonna get just a really good stretch, not only right here in your knee, but also up here into your quad muscles that might be tight, that might be one of your limiting factors. And so this is a great stretch. It's a little more aggressive, but if you can tolerate this, this is the one that I kind of prefer because I feel like it's a better stretch for some of those muscles. And so you're gonna hold that for 20 seconds and repeat it 3 times. If lying down isn't convenient, you can also do that one in standing by grabbing your heel, pulling it towards your backside, and then trying to push your knee behind you. Parameters are still the same, 3 times, 20-second holds. Hey, if you've enjoyed this video so far, hit the thumbs up button down below, and that just tells YouTube to show it to more people with knee pain. So you get to help them out as well. Thank you for doing that. Also, if you're interested in additional bonus content from me, where we talk about all things health, fitness, and wellness, I would love for you to check out our members area here on YouTube. Hit the join button down below to learn more about that. So now that we've got the knee nice and loosened up, let's focus our attention on the hips and on the ankles. Here's how I want to do that. We're gonna start with some stretches for your hip rotators. We've already stretched your extensors and your glutes a little bit with the hamstring stretches, the hip flexors with some of those knee flexion stretches. Let's focus on the hip rotators now. Here's how we're gonna do it. Go ahead and lie down on your back, and what I want you to do is cross your painful leg, here I'll go this side, cross your painful leg over your non-painful leg. So I've got my left crossed over my right, I'm going to stretch my left hip. Now with my hands, what I'm going to do is dive down right here and grab behind my right knee, and then pull that knee up towards my chest. And what you're gonna feel there is just a really good deep stretch down into that left hip. It's a muscle called your piriformis, and we're just gonna work into that rotation motion a little bit. And stretching into this rotation motion is a great way to get rid of some of that patellofemoral pain that many people experience. And I would hold this for 20 seconds and I would repeat it 3 times. That is an external rotation stretch. The other thing that we have to do is stretch into internal rotation as well. The simplest way to do that is to still lay down here on your back, separate your knees out wide, your knees are also bent. Now what I'm going to do is with this knee, I'm just gonna let it fall towards the middle, let the hip come up, let your body kind of rotate to the side a little bit, just until we get a good stretch deep into that hip, again, into this internal rotation range of motion. And that one I even like to alternate. I would hold that about 10 to 15 seconds to this side, and then I'm gonna rotate and I'm gonna let that fall in 10 to 15 seconds to this other side, and then I would repeat that about 3 to 5 times. Finally, let's work on improving motion in our ankles with 2 great stretches for your calves, because your calf is actually 2 muscles. What you're going to do is come up to a wall in a lunge stance with the painful leg back behind you. That's the one that we're going to be stretching. Place your hands on the wall, keep your back leg nice and straight as you put your weight onto that front foot to introduce more of a flexion angle down there at your ankle. And with your knee straight, that's going to stretch the muscle called your gastrocnemius. You're gonna hold that in a comfortable position for about 20 seconds. Now what I want you to do is slide your foot forward about 6 inches, get into that same position, but just unlock your knee slightly. And what you'll feel with this is that stretch moves right down into your Achilles tendon area as we stretch a different muscle. That one is called the soleus. I would hold that for 20 seconds and then go back to the gastroc stretch and just alternate between those 3 times. I hope these help your knee to feel amazing, and thank you so much for watching.